I was surprised how picky I was during my pregnancy. I did not even like smell of tempering, um, what we call as tadka or dalimpu. My husband used to cook almost everything I asked for, but yet I was unable to eat anything.
During my pregnancy, the one surprise that I got to know about the pregnancy during pregnancy is like I used to see many videos and all that, but there are certain videos which taught me like how to behave with a kid in the womb. Yeah, there are certain videos called as Garb Samskar videos where where it is believed that when you interact with the kid, even since they are in the womb, because they have the life of this, they are not outside the world, outside of our womb, but still they are the life. They have all the feelings and they have all the emotions that we have, right? Because however you feel, however the mother is feeling, and whatever the state that we are, everything is reflecting, or everything reflects with them as well. So I used to daily interact with my kids. I used to say hi, bye, at least take some time, and I used to talk like, how are you feeling today? Are you happy? Are you healthy? Should I eat this one? Are you liking this? Okay, are you liking the mango? And something like that. All the funny talk and all the healthy talk I used to talk with them, because that talk helped me a lot after the pregnancy, because I can really see the bonding after delivery. Because for example, I can quote one example. I used to recite certain mantras during my pregnancy period. As soon as she started speaking words, like after 1.5 year, she quickly learned those mantras. I have never taught her regarding that, and I have never sit with her to learn those mantras. But when I was reciting my doing puja, something like that, she learned quickly. So it is all about like uh, I have implanted those things in my womb, because I have used that 9 months period as an incubation period for her. So as soon as she came to the world, she's really picking the things very fast.
It is the surprise I got to know during my pregnancy is that how emotionally needy one can be. I take myself as a as emotionally independent, but during pregnancy I was literally on hormonal drive, and I was I was even leaning for emotional support here and there. So that was a surprise.
Like just how a woman's body goes through a lot of changes, and how we are able to like carry a baby inside us, and how like whenever I used to go for a scan, and like so I'm based in US, and so we had like I had like 10th week scan, then 20th week scan to know the gender, and like seeing him and hearing his heartbeats, it was just amazing. Like, oh, something is growing inside us. So it's wonderful to have like it's a wonderful feeling. No, there are no words to describe that feeling.
One thing which came as a surprise during pregnancy, I would say there are a couple of things. The first thing was how nervous I was. I never thought I would be a super nervous pregnant woman, but I was. I was worried about everything, every little sign, everything that was going on with my body. I was just worried. I was really worried, and I had a whole lot of questions for the doctor on every visit. And then the second thing that came as a surprise was that I completely missed all of the signs of preeclampsia. Like, I had read a little about it, and I thought I was a very informed mom, and during my pregnancy, but I completely missed all the signs of preeclampsia, and yeah, it came as a really big shock. So if you ever have any little doubt, don't hesitate to go get checked and get tested, and don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor.
There are so many good things happen during my pregnancy, but the most surprising thing which I would like to share here was the first kick of my baby when she hits me first time. It was really a mesmerizing moment, and I cannot forget that day as it was the first touch experience with my baby. She came into my life and she became my life.
That what came as a surprise to me during pregnancy. Generally, they say when you're pregnant, you should eat. You should eat for two people, and you need to be very healthy and golu and all that. But I faced health problems when I was pregnant. So, like for the first 8.5 months of my pregnancy, I couldn't eat anything, and I would face a lot of morning sickness, evening sickness, night sickness. I was sick the whole time, and I could only start eating after 8.5 months till the 10th month, that is the 40th week, while I delivered. But still, touch wood, by God's grace, my baby came out good 3.5 kgs. So here the surprise factor is you just need to eat, which satisfies your tummy. Whatever you crave for, eat. Just don't go overboard with, oh, I'm pregnant, so I need to eat. So that's one myth that is broken.
It's like there are certain myths which everyone will tell you. If your baby's heart rate is slow, then it will be a baby boy. Or if your tummy has grown outwards, then it could be a baby boy. So every mother is excited to know whether it is a boy or girl. And in my case, I really considered those myths, and I assumed that I will be having a baby boy, because by looking at me, everyone was like, you will be having a baby boy. Everyone, like my family, my friends, my relatives, my colleagues, everyone was saying that you will be having a baby boy. So I was under impression that definitely I'll be having a baby boy. But the surprise which I got is I gave birth to a baby girl, and I think that is a beautiful surprise, because daughters are blessings of our life. So
the thing that came as a surprise in my pregnancy was my son. He was born prematurely. He was almost 2 months early. So what I would say I learned from it is that you have to be prepared. So in my case, it happened like really early. So I wasn't prepared. My husband wasn't prepared for it. Not even mentally prepared that, okay, we are going to have a baby tomorrow. So I think since it is a really big change in your life, you have to be ready for it. So just hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst, so that in case anything happens, you guys are ready to take care of the baby, to take care of yourself, because everything that happens after the pregnancy and even during the labor, it's overwhelming, and like if you know that what you're going to go through, it makes it a little bit easier, so that there is less of unknown, and then I think it makes it a little bit easier, I would say. So maybe read as much as you can, clarify anything that you can with your doctor, whatever doubts you have, just clarify them. Don't Google everything. That's what my doctor said. In case you have any questions, I think the gynecologist is there for you. You can maybe call them, ask them, because whatever you find online is not really true always. So just avoid doing that.
So the surprise, I have two surprises. One is positive and the negative surprise. Two surprises. The positive one was I started glowing and I started feeling the moments of my baby. That was the positive surprise. And the negative surprise was I gained up to 35 kgs and I ended up landing 110 kilos on the scale, which I never expected.
The thing which surprised me were the kicks of my babies. It really surprised me. It was a never experienced before thing which happened into my life after getting pregnant.
One thing which came as a surprise for me during pregnancy was the leaking breast. So one night suddenly around 7th month of my pregnancy, I was having leaking breasts, and I didn't know what was wrong with me then, unless I read through Google and understood that this is just my body's mechanism which is preparing for breastfeeding.